The engines on the island of Sodor love to work at night. They always work hard to finish their work before they head home to sleep. Sometimes engines have to go to the smelter's yard to collect scrap. The diesels who worked at the scrapyard were Arry and Bert. "Well, Bert," said Arry, "it couldn't be better. Just a quiet night at the smelters." "Quite so," said Bert. "We would have to wait for another engine to take all this junk." But Arry and Bert didn't know what to do. "Maybe," said Arry, "we could play a game." "What game do we want?" asked Bert. "Hide and seek?" "Yes," said Arry. "We'll play hide and seek before another engine comes." So Arry hid next to the smelter shed, and Bert rumbled in. "Ready, Arry?" asked Bert. "Yes," said Arry. "After you, Bert." So Bert waited anxiously when Arry rumbled in. "Found you, Bert," said Arry. "That was too quick," said Bert. "You're supposed to wait until I'm hiding on the way to the back of the shed." Arry felt ashamed when he heard a rumbling noise. There was Salty taking some special deliveries to the docks. Except one of them was being dropped off at the smelters. As Arry and Bert were trying to get some sleep, they saw Salty. "Let's go, Arry," said Bert. Soon Salty stopped. "Hello, Salty," said Arry. "What can we do for you?" asked Bert. "I just dropped off the gunpowder wagon to the smelters," said Salty. "I'm taking the rest of my goods to Brendam Docks." Soon the shunters had uncoupled the flatbed, and Arry had left the flatbed into the siding, and he pushed the brake van behind Salty's vans. And soon Salty was ready to go. "Good night, me hearties," said Salty. So the yard manager had gave some orders for Bert. "Now, Bert," said the yard manager, "please push the flatbed with the gunpowder van into the shed." "Where did he find it?" asked Bert. Salty had just picked it up from the Sodor Electric Depot. "It could explode, Bert, so be careful." The yard manager said, "It's very dangerous," said Arry. "Be careful, Bert." "Stuff and nonsense," said Bert. "I can do whatever I want, silly Arry." Arry was offended. "Bert," he gasped, "don't call me silly." But Bert was too far away to hear. Bert tried his best to be gentle, so he buffered up to the flatbed and pushed it to the shed. Now Arry was starting to worry about his brother. "Careful, Bert," he gasped. "You might run into danger." "Be quiet, Arry," Bert said furiously. "I'm going to push this into the shed. But then there was trouble. Bert was going so fast that he didn't know how to stop. Bert's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. The flatbed crashed into the buffers when Bert could hear something worse. "Help!" shouted Bert. "It's going to explode!" Quickly, Bert reversed out of the shed. When Bert reversed out, he heard a loud crashing sound. The shed exploded. Arry gasped. "Bert," said Arry, "can I see the shed now?" Bert stopped. "Sure," said Bert. And soon, Arry returned to look. Arry gasped. "Oh no!" he gasped. "The shed is destroyed!" And Arry was right. The shed where Bert placed the gunpowder car was now all to pieces. "Sorry, Arry," said Bert. "It's all my fault." Arry was upset. They knew they can't sleep at the smelter's yard now. "In that case," said Arry, "we'll have to sleep somewhere else." So Arry and Bert soon found out. Now Arry and Bert had to spend the night at Brendam Docks. Soon Salty arrived. "Arry and Bert," said Salty, "what are you doing here?" "The shed at the smelter's yard blown up," said Arry and Bert. "Now we have to spend the night at Brendam Docks before our shed was rebuilt." "Good idea," said Salty. "I could tell you stories if you want me to." So Arry and Bert hardly agreed.